it's Tina and I'm back, and since I'm already wearing makeup, I decided to do just a chatty video with you guys and catch up on some of the things that have been happening in the beauty space. What is going on, guys? Guys, I cannot, okay? So recently there has been kind of an uptick in the drama commentary community here on YouTube, and I am just sitting here grasping my pearls because I'm like, oh my god. So for those of you who don't know, we're just gonna gossip right now, okay? Everything I say is alleged because I don't want to get sued, because that is what is going on, child. So we're just really and truly, I don't have any facts to give you guys. There are other channels that you can get that on right now. I am just here to offer my little commentary, okay? So here's the lowdown, okay? Tatiana Westbrook, goes by Tati, aka Glam Life Guru here on YouTube, Miss former friend of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, Miss Bye Sister and Queen of White Women Tears, has been sued by her business partner in Halo Beauty. Can you imagine, okay? And then on top of that, Tatiana Westbrook has gone ahead and sued a drama commentary channel who has been pretty much uploading non-stop content about her and her husband. She has a defamation lawsuit out on that channel. So listen, a lot is going on and I can't stand it, okay? And like I said, I am not here to like give you all the details and all the legal facts, and I am not going to read the deposition or anything, okay? There is a new channel that has kind of popped up on the scene. I don't think her channel is new, but her delving into the beauty drama community is new. Emily D. Baker is a lawyer, so she is a practicing attorney, and she has gone through the deposition. Personally, I like listening to her and watching her break down the legal documents, but I am not like vibing with her because she made a comment about how she still watches Jeffree Star, and it doesn't sit right with me when people are still like, well, I'm still watching Jeffree Star, because that just screams of white privilege, that you can detach yourself from everything that Jeffree Star represents and still comfortably enjoy his content. You know what I mean? So I'm not vibing with that aspect, so I'm holding her at a distance. But if you wanted to check out like the actual legal details, then check out her channel. She has live streams. She's breaking it all down. All the details are over there, girl. But I'm gonna give you the synopsis. So here's what had happened, okay? So you guys may remember a couple of years ago, Tati revealed that she was launching her own beauty brand. She was officially entering the beauty space as a businesswoman, and she launched Halo Beauty, which was a skins, or is, I should say, listen, right now it currently still exists. Halo Beauty was launched, and it's a SkinCeuticals company which sells vitamins mainly for skin and hair. So pretty much the business was all about supplements that enhanced, I guess, your hair growth and the health of your skin, right? And when she launched this brand, a lot of people were skeptical. They were like, what does Tati know about supplements? Like, come on now. But she mentioned in that launch video that she was working with experts in the industry, right? People who knew what the hell they were doing. And she was starting out with this supplement brand, but she was gonna branch off into color cosmetics. So you should look for eyeshadow palettes, maybe skincare. All those things were gonna fall under Halo Beauty. At least that was what was implied. But then later on, we saw her launch Tati Beauty, and she released an eyeshadow palette as well as like a powder puffy thing called, I forget what the hell it's called, but she released those two products under Tati Beauty. And she mentioned that she was working with Seed Beauty. Either she mentioned it or somehow it came about that she was working with Seed Beauty for Tati Beauty, right? And Seed Beauty is kind of an umbrella makeup company that produces makeup and beauty items for different brands that are under their umbrella. And Seed Beauty currently houses, I believe, ColourPop, KKW, and Kylie Cosmetics. They're all under Seed Beauty, similar to how Fenty Beauty and Marc Jacobs and also Kat Von D or KVD Vegan Beauty doing Doing Good is under the Kendo umbrella along with Sephora. It's kind of like that. It's an umbrella company. So Tati Beauty was released under the Seed Beauty umbrella. Okay, so we have two brands, right? Halo Beauty, that's doing the beauty supplements, and Tati Beauty, that's under Seed Beauty, a different company altogether that does the color cosmetics and then that little powder puff thing that she did. Two separate brands, right? So all of this happened before the Bye Sister scandal, where Tati released a video where she pretty much trashed James Charles for being obnoxious, okay? Being entitled and just being an egomaniac, along with quite a few accusations about him being, let's just say, she implied that James Charles was using his fame to coerce straight men and even other men into his sexual dungeon. No, there was no dungeon, but you know what I'm saying? She was saying that he was trying to convince them and persuade them into sexual activity with him, let's say, right? So that was her accusation, and it was like a big scandal. James Charles lost millions of subscribers. It was a whole situation, and I didn't really remark on that situation at the time because I'm just like, is she serious? Like, what are you doing? I made comments here or there, but I never like did a dedicated video on that situation. But I thought Tati was out of line, full stop. There's no question about it that she was completely out of line. If that is somebody that you considered a friend, someone who considered you a mentor and a mother figure, the way she came at him, girl, what? Like, come on now. You are a grown ass woman. That is like me going after my nephew. James Charles was about 19 at the time, and Tati is in her mid to late 30s. So she should have known better. Like, come on. I don't care what you guys want to say about, oh, age shaming. It's not about age shaming. She should be wiser. She has experience. She has lived longer. Like, she should take that opportunity to help and guide someone that's young and was shoved into the spotlight. Like, fame came so quickly to James Charles. Like, I'm sure he's having trouble navigating it, right? I'm not a James Charles fan, but come on. He's still a kid, or he was still a kid at the time. And I think the fame and the money and all of that got to him. Obviously, we've seen with other social media stars. We've seen with child stars. They just don't know how to handle it and cope with it. They have trouble navigating that life and trying to remain grounded. So I feel like if she was a mentor, if she took him under her wing and was helping him out with contracts and different business deals, then she should have been able to sit him to the side offline and talk to him, okay? She said she didn't have a choice. Come on now. There are always other things you can do other than putting somebody on blast to millions of people. Like, that was, no, she was dead wrong, full stop, period. No question about it. Now, she came out with another video very recently. This was earlier this year, earlier this summer. She came out with a video talking about breaking her silence. Is that what she said? Listen, it was a whole build up on Twitter where she had lyric videos that she was posting, and I'm like, what is going on? When she released that video, I was like, what a manipulator. Not for nothing. Come on, guys. You saw that build up. She was releasing these different like subliminal videos on Twitter with lyrics like hinting at what she was about to release. And when she released the video, I was like, oh my God, look at, I cannot believe that this is what Tati is doing right now. Come on. And I'm not trying to take anything away from that video, but the build up to it and then the actual release of it, I'm just like, what was she really planning and plotting? Like, obviously she had this like planned out. She's gonna release these little Twitter videos and then she's gonna do this big unveiling, and she's done that a couple of times, and I'm surprised people aren't calling her out about it. Like, what is this? She is indeed a manipulator. And I know Shane Dawson had a reaction to that video because she spoke about Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson manipulating her into releasing the Bye Sister video and how they were the villains in the story. And she was the innocent one that was just friends with Jeffree Star because she wanted to see the good in him and introduce him to her charity and her love of Jesus, something like that. So Shane Dawson went off and called her a manipulator. Listen, I don't agree with anything Shane Dawson says except for that one point that he's absolutely correct. That was manipulation 101. Like, she built it up. She knew everybody would be watching, and then she dropped the bombshell that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star were the ones that really convinced her to post the Bye Sister video and out James Charles the way she did. That is what she did, and she like brushed all the blame off her own shoulders. She wanted to come out like the little white dove, and she had the white woman tears, and there were so many times that she cried in that video, and I'm just like, here we go. She played the victim card so hard, and she worked those white women tears. Like, come on now. Come on, stop it. Don't do that. Don't. I really can't believe she was weaponizing her tears like that to make you guys feel sorry for her. But where there is smoke, there is fire. Let me tell you. Because lo and behold, here comes this lawsuit now from her business partner, Halo Beauty. So it all comes full circle now. So this lawsuit that was just filed against Tati was filed against her husband James Westbrook, and the companies that they're under, right? So the business partner is saying that Tati screwed him out of tons of money, pretty much. That's what it all boils down to. He was screwed out of millions of dollars because she diversified her portfolio. Instead of having all her products released under Halo Beauty, she released it under separate brands. So there's Tati Beauty right now, and there's some allegation that she is gonna release fragrance at some point as well. But the business partner is alleging that they had an agreement. Initially, they started out 50-50. So he had 50% of the company, and then her and her husband had the other 50%. So they would have 25% each, right? He said they asked him to do equal share of the company for all three of them. So each of them would get a third of the company, and that way they would be on equal footing, with the understanding that Tati was going to release all her future products under the Halo line, so the profit margin would be even greater than if they just stuck to beauty supplements, right? So Halo Beauty would have color cosmetics and fragrance and skincare, and everything would be under the Halo Beauty umbrella, which means he gets a bigger cut of the market share than if she had separated into another company like she did. So he's alleging that they owe him money because the way they had set it up, in order for him to give up that 50% and just take a third of the company now, that he was promised that they were gonna do this, and the other. And there's a full breakdown of the lawsuit, child, and I'm just like, excuse. And like I said, where there is smoke, there is fire. Okay, so he's alleging that he put up the majority of the capital, and he had the resources to formulate these different beauty supplements, because obviously Tati and James Westbrook didn't have the background in supplements to really create a formulation that they came up with themselves, right? So he provided all that up front. So he's saying he was bringing more to the table than they were. Tati was the talent, okay? Tatiana was gonna do the marketing because she has this huge YouTube platform, right? Now, in addition to this, this guy is saying that Tati also was selling it with her affiliation with various large YouTubers, okay? So she was using her friendships with these people as a bargaining chip, right? To show that she was bringing a lot to the table, because her friends were gonna promote her products and therefore drive more sales. Obviously, right? They're friends. She promotes their products, they promote hers, and all that good stuff, right? So that was the understanding, that Tati was out here, she was about to sell everything, okay? She was about to get y'all money. And he even alleges that Tati said that she could sell crap products to you guys because you trusted her so much and she built that fan base already. So it didn't matter the quality of the product, right? That's what he's alleging, like, ooh. And I can actually, I can see her saying that. I'm sure a lot of these influencers also think that way. Let's be real, okay? Up front, they're like, listen, I could sell crap and people would still buy it, so it doesn't even matter. Some of them have more integrity than that, I'm sure. but this set of influencers, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so here we are. The lawsuit is filed. The business partner is now asking for damages. He wants, something was mentioned about 5 million. I don't know how much money is involved. All I'm saying is he is saying that they breached his contract and they did not give him his money, okay? And now Tati has responded to that lawsuit, right? And she's saying like, listen, this guy over here that's talking about he's suing us, he is shady as hell, okay? First of all, he was supposed to be taking over the daily running of the business. He didn't do that. He was supposed to be involved in like the product development and all that. He wasn't doing that. Instead, he was over there spending his time at different companies that he had started, right? So he was taking away the effort and energy from Halo Beauty and diversifying his own damn portfolio. And they decided, you know what? We don't want to work with him anymore. And Seed Beauty had offered Tati like a sizable amount for her to release her palette under them. And she ran with it. She was like, it's an offer that I cannot refuse. And she said, bye. And that's when she started Tati Beauty, and they released the palette as well as the little powder thing, right? So Tati and James are saying, listen, you're shady and we didn't want to work with you anymore because you weren't holding up your end of the bargain. And on top of that, we did not guarantee you that we were going to release all these products under Halo Beauty, okay? So it's a he said, she said. One person is saying, yes, that's what you said, and the other side is saying, no, that's not what we said, right? And then the trademarks for Halo Beauty was all about supplements based on what I've been hearing, okay? This is just my synopsis. The Halo brand was just trademarked for supplements. If you're gonna release other products under the Halo brand, then you would have added that to your trademark application, right? So Tati's saying, yeah, I didn't say that we were gonna do everything under Halo Beauty. I'm doing my own thing, girl. I got money coming in from Seed Beauty. I'ma go with them, right? So now it's a back and forth between them. That is not resolved as yet. It's probably gonna take months. I don't know how much we will know about the details, but it's pretty much a little pissing match between rich people. Here's my thing, okay? Oh, did I mention this part? Mr. Guy over here said how he had to lease what was it, a Lamborghini? No, a Maserati truck. Listen, the car where him lease, one of the really luxurious cars him lease for James Westbrook, it was $200,000. He put it on his credit because he's the one that had the credit, girl, because he's saying that James and Tati didn't have a good credit standing because they had filed bankruptcy and all this. And I'm like, what a piece of mix up when I put the people in business on Front Street. What a thing like this, right? You see why you have to tell people things in a secret, them come out when them ready and tell your business. So this guy is airing out all the dirty laundry about Tati and James, right? And saying that he was the one that was in good with creditors because he had a good credit standing, and them over here so couldn't even bring nothing to the table. Them have the money, them broke child, because he had to lease the truck for James. What a thing! What a shame and embarrassment. Anyway, that is what occurred. Also, in the response, Tati was like, listen, this dude over here was acting all weird because he came to my launch party for Tati Beauty, and Jeffree Star was there, and how he got in the car with Jeffree Star. So he was being creepy. They're trying to set it up so he seems like a creep and like he wasn't holding up his end of the bargain, and then he's trying to set it up like they scammed him. Of course, it's all one-sided. The response, the original lawsuit and the response are all going to be one-sided. It's all going to be both sides bashing each other, right? But within these legal documents, child, there is so much tea I cannot, okay? One thing was alleged that Jeffree Star was offered $200,000 to do Sugar Bear hair vitamin thing, sponsorship, whatever. He was offered $200,000. So this guy is alleging that Tati said Jeffree Star turned down the offer and would not accept any sponsorships from Sugar Bear hair, and also her other friends. So James, I think Nikita Dragon, and Manny MUA also said they wouldn't do any sponsorships with Sugar Bear hair. So that's what Tati was coming to the table with, like, oh, she got all these friends in higher places, they're not gonna work with her competitor. Lo and behold, James Charles actually did work with her competitor, which was the catalyst for the Bye Sister video when he did the sponsored post for Coachella tickets from Sugar Bear hair. Lord have mercy. That is when Tati came on crying about how James is so awful. A child, a literal child at the time, is so awful. And she mentioned in her follow-up video, she was a little bit hesitant to post the video because she was concerned about his mental health. And Shane Dawson said to her, don't worry about it. He egotistical. Even though he's on the 50th floor, ain't nothing gonna happen. He ain't gonna jump off, okay? He's 19. 19. He has skyrocketed to success like overnight. How does a 19-year-old process losing over 1 million subscribers in like 24 hours? How? And James Charles has actually mentioned that he was suicidal. Let's be clear, okay? He said that. He has said that many times. Like he was in a very the dark place. Everybody turn on the light. Turn it on. But he was in a bad place, and I can see how somebody who was banking on their status as a social media influencer, if all of that was taken from you overnight, I can see how you would be so devastated that you would probably want to just end it. And he is so thankful for his friends for being there and like keeping him like afloat, you know, like checking in. So for Tati, a grown-ass woman, to do that to a 19-year-old, like, come on, a 19-year-old, you know how devastating that can be? I'm not saying James is over here being a little angel, okay? Because James is very egotistical, and it's something that's driven by fame. We've seen it, again, in these young stars. We see it in Hollywood. Once you get some fame, girl, you think you are above it all. You think you can do no wrong. You can get anything you want. So I do believe that James Charles has an overinflated ego, okay? So that is not saying that James is all innocent, but at the same time, is like the way she painted him, oh my God. And you know what? Like I said, there's always some truth to every story. It may not be the whole truth. It may be just 1%, but there's always a little bit of truth to these stories. So do I feel like he was using his fame to kind of lure in prospective love interest? I'm not saying he wasn't, okay? Because a lot of people are gonna reach out to him because of his fame and because of his status, and they're just looking for clout. So of course he's probably gonna use that to his advantage. No one is immune to that, okay? I have used certain things to my advantage. If I go into a store and I see a guy looking at me certain ways and I can work my way into getting a discount, what you think I'ma do, okay? So we all have used things to our advantage to get one up on somebody. So it probably is true that he uses his fame to benefit him in some ways, okay? Let's not be oblivious to that. Let's be clear on that. But here goes Tati saying that she wasn't the one who devised this plan. It was Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star that wanted to take down James Charles, because Jeffree Star sees James Charles as his biggest competitor, which he is, because he has a bigger channel than Jeffree Star right now. And he has a cleaner track record. He has scandals in his past, but nothing as crazy as Jeffree Star, okay? And he's still young, so he has time to show that he's changed and grown. And I think he's kind of shown some of that, not all the way, but you know, you're allowed to make mistakes. And I think he's trying to show that he's a better person. But Jeffree Star, 30 plus years old, Shane Dawson is also 30 plus, all of them ganging up on a 19-year-old. Come on now, come on. So Tati's saying that Shane was offering to edit her video and he was offering to give her tidbits, and then Jeffree Star was over here like feeding her video clips of people who were alleging certain things against James Charles, and he was sending text messages and all this stuff, convincing her that James was this awful sexual predator, right? So that's why she felt like she needed to do the video. Now, not saying that some of that didn't happen and they weren't feeding her things. Listen, toxicity loves company, okay? Negativity loves company. So I know they were probably sitting around talking all kinds of mess, talking behind each other's back, just going at it, right? James, you know James full of himself? Oh my God, James is so egotistical. You know what he did? So I know like some of that was happening, okay? I'm not saying they weren't in her ear, but at the same time, she did not take any accountability in that video. She said she was was sorry, but it's like she blamed everybody else but herself, and then she was crying about how she's a Jesus savior because she was trying to get Jeffree Star to be a better person. Like, she tried to justify her friendship with Jeffree Star, and I'm just looking at her like, the instant I saw Jeffree Star on her channel, I was done. I unsubscribed. Click, bye. Excuse me? No, 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 no. Bye. So I was done with her since then. But you guys, do you guys realize there was a shift on Tati's channel? She started messing with Jeffree Star and then the other large influencers. She started doing all these collaborations and had them on her channel. She was over there on their channel. You didn't see something happening? She was definitely building up to the release of her brand. She was trying to befriend all these influencers to make sure that they would talk about her brand and promote her brand free of charge. You saw that? Did you see how interesting that was? I saw it coming. I was like, oh, she's about to release something, and that's exactly what she did. And she was trying to use that as leverage with the business partner. At least that's what I must say. So now we have all these lawsuits happening. Now we're gonna move on to the other lawsuit, which is Tati versus Without a Crystal Ball, right? So on Twitter, I was hearing about Without a Crystal Ball, and I thought it was just somebody making fun of like somebody without a crystal ball. No, that's the actual channel name. So Tati is suing this channel, which is a drama commentary channel, for, what is it, defamation? Yes. So Tati is saying, listen, Without a Crystal Ball, Katie is over here talking too much mess about her. Like, there are tons of drama channels that have videos on Tati Westbrook. I'm here filming about Tati Westbrook, but the way Tati is saying that Without a Crystal Ball went about it was digging up family history, digging up bankruptcy records, digging up the business dealings that James Westbrook was involved in, not James Charles, her husband, James Westbrook, and like digging into their history and then coming and making videos like defaming her, like pretty much like running her name through the mud. Like, she was really digging and reaching, and she was not saying allegedly, and she was not just providing comments. She was stating these things as fact, right? And that resulted in a loss for Tati with her makeup brand. But at the same time, I don't know how Tati can prove that, since her Bye Sister video, the scandal with Jeffree Star, and her most recent spilling my truth, I don't know what the hell that name of the video is, the most recent like truth video thing, I think that did more damage to her brand and her value as an influencer than Without a Crystal Ball ever did. And I don't know how they can separate the two. But I think she can definitely scare this girl Without a Crystal Ball into shutting the hell up, right? Because there are lawyers involved. There's a lot going on, child. There is a whole lot. But this Without a Crystal Ball channel, a lot of people are saying it's almost like they had a vendetta out on Tati, like they wanted to ruin her. And you know what? I realize that there's some of these channels that get so caught up in some of these personalities that they want to find out anything and everything. And I feel like Without a Crystal Ball really latched on to Tati and was digging for everything that she could find on her. Just like how Sanders Kennedy kind of latched onto the Shane Dawson thing and was going above and beyond. So it's kind of similar situations, but Without a Crystal Ball actually got hit with a lawsuit that we all know about, right? We don't know what happened with Sanders. I'm actually worried about Sanders because I know he has issues with his mental health. So I hope he is safe. I'm not excusing what he did, but I still hope he's safe, okay? But Without a Crystal Ball got hit with the lawsuit, and now here we are. And it seems like Tati's implying that Without a Crystal Ball was getting insider information, and she doesn't know if it has anything to do with the business partner or with James Charles. So both of those things are being implied, that she was getting fed insider information, because some of the things that she was saying in her videos were in the lawsuit that the business partner filed, and it was just too close for comfort. So that's a part of Tati's lawsuit against Without a Crystal Ball. So it's a whole situation, child, and I just gave you the rundown, and I am just out here like, what is this is a distraction. Every year we have Dramageddon, and now this is like Halogeddon. It's too much. It is too much. But I am just over here watching, girl, just watching to see what happens. I don't know if Shane Dawson is coming back. I don't know if Jeffree Star can recover, but this is a whole thing. The only one thriving in all of this is James Charles, that was able to recover a lot of his credibility because no one stepped forward and accused him of any sexual depravity or of any assault, which was what was being alleged, that he assaulted people. No one really came forward, so he's kind of renewed his popularity on YouTube. I'm not saying nothing happened, but no one came forward to say for sure something happened, you know? So I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Like, what a piece of mix-up. And like I said before, where there's smoke, there's fire. So there is truth in all of this, girl. And I don't know how much we're gonna know for sure, but it is quite entertaining to see. But at the same time, I still hope these people make it out unscathed as far as their mental health goes, because I would not want to be any part of this, okay? I would not want to be a part of this for no amount of money. Like, this is a lot of stress. So I'm just hoping mentally they're okay. But I mean, if they need to go through it because there was some wrongdoing, then hello, okay, karma. But that is what is going on, child. And I'm just over here like, Tati was trying to come out like the white dove, but she got dirty in the mud with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. And it's like, when are people gonna learn? The minute you mix up with Jeffree Star, has nobody learned their lesson? The minute you get involved with Jeffree Star, things are gonna come your way, okay? It's all gonna come crashing down. It is not worth it. So you should probably stay away. He is like a beauty plague at this point. Like, everything he touches dies. It's just, it's a whole situation. You sell your soul to the devil, see what happens? See what's happening? So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Are you keeping up with the drama? Listen, I am here for some petty frivolousness that doesn't affect me. It's just rich people fighting amongst themselves. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm minding my little business over here with my elf eyeshadow, just like, oh my god. So let me know what you guys think. All right, I'm gonna go ahead now because it's too juicy, it's too much. I can't. Oh my god, I am keeping up with it, and I will keep you guys posted if you want me to. But yeah, that's it for me. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.